Okay, right. Oh, hello. Yeah, that was just something random. Hello, I'm Miles, if you weren't already familiar. And we're going to play a few tunes today. Yeah. I'm just going to get started right away, and hopefully there's not going to be any technical difficulties. We've had a few before. I'm just going to do a quick run through. Dooby-doo-doo. Clear, clear, clear. Maybe. Clear, 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 clear. Cool! Right. Here is Back to Business featuring Lawrence Henderson. us back to business from Isolate This, which features Lawrence Henderson on guitar. That last little solo he did was incredible. That's his first and only take he ever did, and it was amazing. I'm very glad he was played on it because it's just so good. Okay, so for all of those of you joining us, we are live today on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope and Twitch. And just like to say thank you if you're just tuning in. We're just playing some tunes right now. I am currently going through a lot at the moment in terms of music. So we're just going to go right ahead and do another song. And this one is Someday, which features Richard Dewar on bass and Sonia D on vocals. Here goes nothing.
Person, oh, someday.
just having fun. And besides, that's John Burko. So if John Burko says, you know, wrap it up, you better. Anyway, that was Someday, which was on Isolate This, which features Sonia D on vocals and Richard Dewar on bass. Both did an amazing job, and it's truly phenomenal to be able to just, you know, get in touch with these folks and just say, hey, fancy doing this? Honestly, wouldn't change it for the world. It's amazing. So yeah, so no, I don't really, you know, a lot of people do that, but a lot of people also write songs and they mean something. And, you know, really, I don't really know. I don't know, because the thing is that when, you know, when I was writing that, it was just living as a chord progression on my Mac, and that was it. And then I just put it together, got in touch with a few people. Unfortunately, a few people were very busy, had other commitments, were busy writing, you know, recording covers, very good covers, mind you. But they were recording covers and, you know, got caught up in, and fair enough. And then, you know, eventually, you know, I realised that, you know, Sonia is pretty good. And you should check out her stuff. It's fantastic, right? And then I thought, wait, she could do very well on this. And then we, you know, got emailing and did the whole thing. And then she sent back a bunch of stuff. And she wrote the lyrics, right, for this. Normally I would write the lyrics, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling the creative flow, as it were, to be able to write lyrics. I mean, I could sit down. I got all these guitars, so I could sit down and go, right, okay, here's a chord. And that was 4. But you see what I mean? And it's just like, we just, you know, I said, you know, she said, what was your idea? You know, what was my idea about, you know, putting together this song and everything? And I just said, well, okay. And I just sat there, wrote an email back and said a bunch of stuff. And then she just completely nailed it. So, fair play. I mean, this one got radio airplay on BBC Radio Solent, which is apparently, for some people, the highlight of their career. Certainly mine. I'm just a guitarist. I don't know what people expect. I just play guitar. You know, it hasn't been in since 1980 something. Neither has my glasses. So that's 2 things. Anyway, I'm waffling. The next song is one that I record. So I wrote. So another story time with Miles. I should change the title of this. When I left university, around about a couple of months before that, I was like, right, I'm going to do a second album. And there's a few months after my first one, and I thought, I just really want to do something. I want to write. I want to do a proper new album. I met all these lovely, great musicians in Brighton, and I wanted to do something. I wanted to, like, you know, turn it into a second album, right? So I'm there, and I'm just coming out with a bunch of stuff. I had a bunch of tunes recorded on my phone, just some progressions and whatnot, and all sorts. And so I even drew up like a flow diagram of how I was going to do it. So I was just so excited to get started on this. So then I got started, and I did this flow diagram. I had like this old Marshall MG50, you know, solid state, and I just ran it into my Focusrite Solo. I've got a Claret 4-pre that you're hearing now, which is amazing. But then, you know, it was like straight out the back of that amp into there, and then into on a little MacBook, a beaten up MacBook, that the hard drive failed. And I tell you what, I don't know if anyone has ever put a, you know, hard drive into a Mac before. I've never done that. I've never really, you know, not really something I do on the regular. But I'll tell you what, when you open up the back of a, you know, MacBook, it's like diffusing something. It's like you're playing Counter-Strike, but it's real life, and you're worried you're going to get a knock on the door from MI5. Anyway, so did that and everything, and then I put together some stuff, had my good friend Omar come and play a little bit of bass tracks on it. Anyway, a couple of them, you know, I ended up going to Atlanta. Basically, jumping ahead in the story, I had to go to Atlanta, where I met a bunch of fantastic musicians. You know, I still keep in touch with a few of them on the regular. There's such, you know, there's a lot of great talent out there, right? And a bunch of them played on a few of these songs, and so we turned it into something that actually didn't sound like it was recorded in here, but it was recorded, you know, it was recorded in an actual studio. So we went out there and we ended up playing together. And there's a few songs, about 3 out of the 10 that got sort of ready to sort of polish off and finish. And one of them is this one. It's called Stride, and it features Ian Michael Bruh on vocals. It features Enrico Galetta, who wasn't in Atlanta at the time. He's still in Bologna, Italy. But he did a great job on bass. And then we've got Wayne Vire in Atlanta playing drums on this. So here goes nothing. Here is Stride. of you who may or may not have seen Spinal Tap, this guitar, not this exact one obviously, but ones like it, you know, sort of beautiful, he holds it. The guitarist holds it up and goes, you know, it's unplugged, and he's all there, and he's all like, you know, oh, you know, listen to the sustain on that, and the guy's like, I can't hear it, and he goes, well, you would if it was plugged in. You go, ah. So that's what I was trying to do there, because I was trying to beat Enrico. Anyway, that was Stride. And that one, I don't know when that's going to be released, to be honest. There's a lot happening in the background regarding the artwork that I'm hoping will be sorted soon. But we'll have to wait and see, pandemic permitting. Words I never thought I'd say, but there we are. All right, well, anyway, it's time to say goodbye to this guitar. So everybody say goodbye, Tokai. And we're just going to do this and this. Basically, at the moment, not much is happening, as you could probably imagine. And so, you know, I don't know about everyone else, but I am, you know, there are good days and bad days. And on the bad days, I get so bloody bored, play a bit of Call of Duty. And there are other days where I just sit here with this guitar and play the blues. Now, the next song is blues. And it's a song that I wrote in about April 2019. And this song is called Nasal Coffee. And if you're probably wondering, what the hell is up with that? Well, luckily, as with any blues song, it turns, you know, the story does tell itself. So anyway, I eventually recorded this song in Southampton in November 2019 with my good friends Cam Lynn, who I give a lot of grief to normally, who played bass, Liam Wakefield on vocals, did an amazing job, Jam Lord of Southampton, David Martin, who played keys, my good friend Tim T, she goes by, on drums, and Reg Kent, who was the first person who was the first harmonica player. So he played harp on this, but he was the first harmonica player I jammed with when I came back from Atlanta. And that's the first time I sort of, you know, jammed in Southampton. So there you go. So merry bunch of folks, and it's recorded in somewhere in Southampton. I can't remember where. I think it was River, but memory, unless they changed their name again, I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna just switch it up here. Was a bit too loud. What did you think? I don't know. I can't see your comment. Not out of spite or anything. Anyway, here's Nasal Coffee. I'll let you figure out what the song's about. Okay, that was slide guitar. No, that was Nose of Coffee. And that song, well, I'll let you make up your own mind. There's another one that's coming up. All right. Yeah, so that one, yeah, that was a lot of fun to record. It was amazing when I was putting that, because you have to put them together, like all these tracks together to, like, you know, create some sort of backing track that you can use live like this. I mean, I would, you know, and I have, since that was recorded, obviously that was back in, what, November 2019. So pre-pandemic, I was able to go out and play this song live with a band. And sometimes it would be, you know, obviously not with the slide. And it almost wasn't with the slide today, because the string broke yesterday and I got super bluesy about it. But then I realised, wait, how else am I meant to get rid of these blues if I don't play them? This is the life of a musician. You're getting exclusive insight into this. I mean, I'm nobody, really. Honest to God, literally, I'm just like anyone else. And that's the fact. I mean, I don't really understand. I mean, was it the thing that bothered me a lot recently was, like, you know, just some individuals acting a bit cliquey. And I'm not really a fan of that. Never been a fan of cliques. Never been part of one. Never, you know, always wanted to sort of leave. And so, you know, that was giving me blues. But then, you know what I thought? I thought, look, if you got them blues, you play them. Or if you can't play an instrument, sing them. In fact, you could turn anything into a blues song, right? You could do anything. All the key is, with writing a blues song, so I'm told, I could be wrong, is to state your problem twice and then say what you're going to do about it. So basically, state your problem twice. So, I got the blues. Yeah, got the blues. You know, and then once you move up, you go, I got the blues, yeah. You're going to take the blues and play them away. Literally, if I could read the comments, I'd say, look, tell me your blues and I'll sing about them, but I can't sing. So there you go. You're screwed. Right, now, we're going to say goodbye to this guitar, and I normally would get the white Strat out. Unfortunately, that Strat, the lead input doesn't work. And it's not like where I thought this wasn't working when the lead input was wrong. It wasn't. It was the lead itself. So I had to get a new one. But anyway, so we're going to go straight to the colourful Ibanez in just 1 second. Seconds may vary. So anyway, I mean, this is normally the point where I probably clip this when I'm watching it back, and I'll probably put something stupid and say #comedy, even though this is music. But hopefully this is entertaining for you, because, to be honest, this is more for me, really. If I'm honest, this is like, you know, I hate Sundays. Sundays are the most boring days of the week, especially in the UK, right? But then, you know, this gives you something to look forward to in the week and something to work towards. So anyway, look at this very pretty guitar. Isn't it pretty? I love it. But not as much as my Tokai, although experiences may differ. But anyway, Mark Poulter can't be a live stream from me without mentioning Mark. He is currently, we caught him on the Ring camera. We've got Ring camera here. We caught him, and he was out by my bins, and he said some very rude words beginning with C. And he said he wanted a Tokai, and I didn't understand what he meant, because it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, but we caught him, and yeah, well, anyway, he said he'd give me a free guitar lesson. Like, you know, everyone needs a lesson. So why not go with Mark? Otherwise we'll be around your bins. Alright, he didn't pay me for that. Okay, next up is Slamtown. And we're going to play that. Alright. Just sort of extending it out, really. It's an extender! No, I kind of prefer this pickup. Okay, we're in business, but we played that song earlier. that was Slamtown. I released that a year ago. A year and 8 days ago. And that was my first song played on the Beeb, which is British slang for those watching from outside of the UK, slang for the BBC. And that's British Broadcasting Corporation, for those of a sort of sordid mindset. Anyway, we're going to move on to something else now, because I'm running out of stories to tell. If I remember any, I'll be sure to update. But yeah, that was a hoot and or a holler. Okay, well here's Fully Loaded. You're probably wondering what I do here, right? So basically, I mean, probably not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. So what I've got going on at the moment is I've got this DV Mark multi-amp that's pretty cool. It's like an amp simulator kind of thing, but it's got 2 outputs on the back, and I run it through. So guitar, so it goes guitar, DV amp, Focusrite, which is how you're hearing this microphone and the guitar. And then you go into Logic, and then it goes into something called a multi-output device, which you install, something called Black Hole 2, don't know what that is. Anyway, then it's the broadcasting software, and then it's live. So from here to you, it's the Grin D chord. No, it's not. I don't own it. Anyway, Fully Loaded. Here we go. Let's have fun. I'm attached. That was Fully Loaded. That came out in June last year, almost a year ago. How time flies. Yeah. So anyway, last one is the last of the Atlanta tunes and the last song of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can't believe we made it so far, as Toto once said. What a great band. Steve Lukather is amazing. Anyway, this one began life as a song. In fact, it's on my Instagram. There's like a photo. If you scroll way back, 2017, it started off, I just had, funny enough, my Telecaster just sat there in my living room floor of the place I was, my old uni digs in my third year. And I sat there and I wrote out this song. I can't remember what I originally called it. But anyway, eventually it turned into Make Up Your Mind. Ended up 5,000 miles away. 5,000 of me. No, miles. Of Atlanta, and then got recorded there and then released over here. Amazing! Isn't it amazing what can happen? Just keep, let me just be cliche for a second and say, anything's possible if you just believe. But, whatever happens, happens. Other things could happen. You never know. But I'm not really one to talk. There's like one of you watching on Facebook, and then there's like a few people on elsewhere. But anyway, doesn't really matter. I'm having fun, and I hope you are too. Anyway, I'll let you decide. Make up your mind.
We've been together for a while now, but your heart has grown cold. What was once a raging fire has become so old. One night you love me, but by morning I'm kicked out your door. Don't know how much longer I can take this. Warm nights with pure isolation without. Make up your mind, I don't wanna lose mine. Make up your mind, I don't wanna lose mine. Make up your mind, I don't wanna lose mine. Make up your mind, I don't wanna lose mine. Love is blind, said Tommy. It's clear your future's without me. I just gotta get away far from here. Maybe we could work this out. I don't see a way to leave. Actions speak louder than words. You're saying nothing to me. Warm nights with pure isolation without. Make up your mind, I don't wanna lose mine. Make up your mind, I don't wanna lose mine.
John Burko when you need him. All right. Okay, everyone. That's it. That's it. I'm all out of steam. I'm not. I could go on, but unfortunately, I've run out of tunes to do. I need to write more. Well, some more in the works. But I'll let you, wait and see. Because it's not going to be that eventful. But if you enjoy it, fantastic. If you don't, well, great. Who cares? All right. Hope you all have a lovely evening wherever you are. I've been Miles Grundy with a slight beard. Anyway, catch you next week. All right. Take care. Gonna do this.